Hello everyone, I'm Mahi Dhiman, student of class 12th A studying in Kendra Vidyalaya number 2 Delhi Cant, and you're watching one of the videos based on Python interface with MySQL project. This project has been made by me with the help of my mates Soumya Bagil and Sejal Ibraj from class 12th A on Sikkim Travel Agency under all the guidance of Mr. Emil Meena sir, PGT Computer Science. So let me run this program and give you a glimpse of our project. So here's the welcome screen of our project. As you can see, this project is made with reference to Art Integrated Learning by CBSE. Other than some text and a logo, we have three buttons here. One is exit button, then about button, and then we have get started button. As you click on the get started button, it will redirect you to the menu window that will work with SQL only. Now that is what we will discuss later on in the next video. Then we have exit button. When you click on it, it just exits your program. So I have to run this again. Okay, there you go. Now, when I click on the About button, it will redirect me to the About window. Now, here's a very small text related to the objectives of this project, below which we have some pictures of our developers and our subject teacher. Now, here's the thing. So, when you click on a specific image, you get to see the description about that person. Okay, like this. Now, I can again switch back to the welcome window as I click on the back button here. So far we haven't used structured query language here. So basically in this video we are going to learn the basic creation of a GUI using tkinter only. Where I will be describing you the code I have done to construct this welcome window, about window and how we can switch between them. So let's just plunge in and get started with the coding. Okay, so first we are going to quickly go through this import statements we have to make as we are working with tkinter, right? So first of all, a very short intro of tkinter. Now tkinter, a standard package available in your software that is used for GUI programming. Okay, so it is already installed in your software, so you don't have to install it again. If you want to use it, just import it. In short, I have imported it as tk. Then I have imported tkinter.font as font. Now this module is actually provides you some specific configuration for your font text, so that you can make it more presentable. It's just up to you. It's an optional module you can import. Then I have imported PIL, from which I have imported these two modules, that is image and image TK. Now PIL stands for Pillow Imaginary Library, from which image module, what image module does is that it opens, manipulates and rotates your image. What image TK module does is that you can adjust the width, height and the pixels of your image. Okay, so if you want to work with images in your project or anywhere, then you have to download PIL package. Okay, then this statement is optional again, just for some more options it just provides you. So these are some VIPs of tkinter. Okay, these are optional again, so you have to call them specially in another import statements, only then they are gonna show you their jalwa. Okay, then as we are working with database, so I have imported mysql.connector. It's a basic thing, so you don't have to know anything about that. You have to install this again. Okay, now moving to the main code of our welcome screen. So I have decided to code the main window code. All this code is enclosed in a user defined function that is welcome. And you know what? It actually became very easy peasy for me to switch between windows. So before moving on, let's just have a look at the very basic startup code you have to initiate when you are working with tkinter. Okay. So this is the sample window I have created. I have done the same, imported tkinter in short as tk. And in the first statement, I have first declared a variable that is root, and root is the name of our window. Okay, just keep that in your mind. Then I have initiated the creation of our window using tk function. Now to specify the geometry of my window, I have used geometry function here. And at the end, this is very compulsory. So first you have initiated the window, and then if you want to show up, like when you run this program, you want your window to show up, right? So for that you have to use main loop function here. Now all the buttons and the text you are going to display, everything is going to be between these statements. Now let me first run this one also. Okay, so as you can see, this is the blank window. By default, the color is white only, right? So I can give the title of the window using the title function here. So just enclose the name, and now when I run this, you see sample here. By default, the value will be TK only. Now all the configuration like the background color, we are gonna discuss in that our um, our code. Just to give you a very little brief about the buttons, how we're gonna place them and all that, we will cover that in our code only. Okay, so I'm sure you get the idea of using this route again. Then this thing is again optional. It's just that when you run this code, sometimes your window actually opens in a specific position in your screen that you also don't know. To just specify that every time I run, I've used this code here. It's just calculation and all. Otherwise, this I have made statement here. You can use this statement as well. Moving on to the title, we have added the title in the same way. It's optional again. For the background color that is applied to the window, I have used root again, and I have used configure function here. Now for background, you have to use bg parameter and assign it to the color. You have to enclose it in quotes again. You can use the name of the color also, but just to be specific about the shade of the color I wanted, I just applied the hex code here. Okay, so now let's have a look. So we're gonna first discuss how we are going to display some sort of image here. So let first we have to open our image. Okay, so for that I have used this statement. As I said, we use image module to open an image. Same thing I have done. Now if you want to adjust some height and width, you can use photo image function here. So from photo image, just a second. Yeah. So from photo image function, I have used image.ntalias to adjust the pixels of my image. It's optional again. So now that I have opened my image, I have to display it. Okay, so for that you can use label function because it's not performing anything, it just display. So I have used label function from pkenter again to a different variable name. Now in the label function you have to specify the name of your root window. So that is root, and to the image parameter you have to assign it to the variable where you have opened your image, and then I have added the background color of the label. Otherwise there would be some white labeling around the image that I don't want. I just want it to be blended with my window color. That's why I have done this. Now in some error case when the image doesn't open in your window, it doesn't show up, you can use this statement. I just added it as comment. So you just have to reassign the value of label to the image opening. Okay. Now the positioning of your object. So for the positioning of my image, just use the same label, logo underscore label, and you have to use place function. Now it's optional again. So if you want to be very specific about the positioning of your objects in your window, you can use place function. It's very time consuming, but it's worth. And you can also use pack function, you can also use grid function. It's up to you, but if you want to be very particular and accurate about the positioning, you can use place function. It just takes some of your coordinates here, and you must be familiar about coordinates, right? So now let us move on to the text, how we display some text. So this is text. At the corner we have our text. So let me just give you an example of this text, that is Sikkim. So first I have declared some fonts. So I've used the same tkinter.font module. So font, and then I have called the font function here. Now you don't have to use your root name, okay, window name, because it's just font here. So first you have to declare the family, that is what font type you want. So there are a very limited font type that is provided by this module. I'm going to show you that, okay, just to help you. So yeah, these are all the families that this module provides you. You can take the screenshot, note it down according to your. There is one more symbol family. It's actually useless. being honest. So it's up to you which one you want to use. Then I have declared the size of my text and then the weight, that is bold. If you want your text to be in slant or font, then you can use this. You can add this one also. And that's how you configure and modify your own font size. Okay. Now to the text. So I have again used the label function here. Just the only difference is that at there I just displayed the image. I just used the image one. Here I am using text, that is second. Now I am adding the background color to the label again to match it with the color of my window. The text color, hex code again, and then to the font I have declared the font I have created here. Okay. You can also use this statement directly here, but just to be very neat about my code, I have done this. Then I have just place position this using the same place function. And similarly, all the text that is displayed is with the same method. It's just that the font is different, so I have to declare different font types for them and assign it accordingly. So yeah. Now let us move on to the button. Okay, so first we are gonna very easily go for exit button. Okay, so let me show you where's the code. Yeah. So first let's discuss about the exit button. So for button you have to use button function from keychainer. Okay. Then you have to use the parent window name, that is root. As I said, it is compulsory for all the functions and for all the objects you are using in your window. So you have to specify that. And then the text that your button going to display, that is exit, as you can see here. Now there's a background color, so we're going to use BG again. Here I have not specified the hex code, so you can directly write the code, as you can see. Then the font color using FG. And now what command this button is going to perform is quit. Now quit is a keyword here because it is provided by your keychainer module. So don't just get confused what is quit. So you can also assign it to some sort of user defined function. I will tell you about that also. So what quit does is that it just ends your program there, and then I have placed the button using the same place function. Okay, so this is the basic idea of creating a button and how you're going to display it. Then about the about button, as I you can see, this is the main code. I have done the same, just the variable name is changed here, and I have placed it. Now the text it's showing is different. Okay, background color of my button, and then the text color of my button, and now the command is ABT. So ABT is actually a user defined function, as you can see. So it is actually destroying my current window, and it is redirect me to the about window. So about window we will discuss next. Okay, but this is how I'm switching between windows. So when I click on the about button, that is this. When I click on the about button, it just destroys the correct window or current window and displays another one. Okay. Similarly, this happens with here also. When I click on the back button, displays the current root window and then another one. Okay. Now, similarly, I have done the same thing, that is with the get started button. Placed it, added some background color, different background color, and I have also displayed some font. So you can use the same font parameter here also. I specified the font of my button text here. You can see. So I have made the full use of this font function from tkinter.font. Now I think so we should move on to the creation of our about window. Okay. So this is the code here. Now what we are going to focus in this window is, let me show you. Now, as you must have learned how we have used this text thing, okay? So you have to use your label function only. Now that you can see this is a paragraph, so I have to use some escape statement, that is /n. You must be familiar about that, right? Similarly, this text is also done with the same thing. Now coming to the images, that how these images are going to perform something specific. So maybe you can guess already that we have used a button function here. So let me be more detailed about it. So everything is same. same thing, like I have declared a root one window here. The variable name is changed, of course. So let me very quickly give you an example of what I have done with Soumya's image. Okay, so basic statement, you have to first open your image, okay, and use a suitable variable for that. Then the second step is that just invoke your button function again. So here the text is nothing, so you don't have to write anything for the text, right? And then your image. So for the image parameter, just assign it to the variable where you have opened your image. And then this is some configuration you can do with your button. For example, you can add some border width, like I have added it to 2 pixels. Then I have added the background color for my button, and then the command is Soumya here. So the command I have given to the button is that you want to display some text, okay, below the image. So what Soumya is a user defined function here, okay. Now what I want to display is some text. For text displaying, you have to use label function. You can recall that now. Okay, so I've used the same thing. This is the label. I'm using multiple statements here in different lines. So again, escape character here, slash n, okay. And then I have added the background color same as the background of my window, okay. And then this is the justify left. So I want my text to be left aligned. You can recall that in the beginning we have imported left, especially this is the VIP, okay. So keep that thing in your mind. So if you want to align your text, you can do the same thing. This can be done with label function or button as well. Okay, and then I have just placed my label inside the user defined function only. And then you have to place your button and see, that's all. So when same thing I have done with this. So I have to open my image, okay, and then see, this is the same thing I have done. You just have to first open your image, create your button, and first place your button. Okay, so this is my tip, that first place your button and only after that give it some command. Okay, so this is done with all the images right here. And similarly for the back button that you can see right here, what back button does is that it destroys root one. Okay, so I have used this. It will destroy your root one, your current window, and will direct me to the welcome screen again. So that's why I have used global root and global root one here. And then very important statement, root dot main loop. So you can have a look to the back button here. This is all you have to do for switching between windows. And I have used the same algorithm in my whole project. So yeah, let me first again give you an overview of our project. Okay, so this is our welcome screen. We click on the get started button. Then we go to about button. This is our text. You can see about that person. Okay, you can go back to the welcome screen. And yeah, that's it for what we have to discuss in this video. That is all the tkinter basics. We haven't used SQL here so far. So let me just give you a little bit peek of what we are going to discuss in the next video. Okay, so when I click on the get started button, I am taking some entry. I'm adding some passwords, connecting it to the database. Okay, then I can see some tour packages here. I can go back. I can add some new booking. Okay, I'm just taking some entries here. Go back. I can also switch back to the welcome screen. So this is the same thing I have done here. Destroyed the current window and went to the other window. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. So I hope it was useful for you. And if there is any feedback, just comment down below. And for any queries related to this video, you can do the same. Like this video, share this with your friends and help them too. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.